Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today I would like to introduce you to my sun panels and how I've made my sun panel system grid invertible thingies. And I'm gonna do this today because I have had some storm damage back in winter when the storm was really blowing away outside, and one of the panels had actually gone loose, and my good neighbor was so kind to go over and take it down before it would do damage to itself or some of the other panels. But I have to put it back up and hopefully fasten it a bit better this time so that this doesn't happen again. I'll go show you what has
First, here is the panel that has come down. It's just standing against the wall. So let's go see where it should have been. Up here are my sun panels. And it's missing right there. That spot. Here is the panel. I just took it out and I'm gonna turn it around and tell you what this is. This is my solar panels. It's open circuit voltage 60 volts, short circuit 1 amp, so it's about, well, max power 38 watts. Maximum voltage is 600 volts, and this panel is 14.7 kilograms. So this is not the newest technology. It's fairly old, monocrystalline, I think it's called. I'm not sure. I got these fairly cheap because they were all broken on the back of them. They had cracks, and the story was that these panels was to be mounted in Germany, and in Germany they have made some very large solar setups, and yeah, they were not very careful using the setting up the panels, so some of them broke, and I only bought some of the ones that was broken on the back of them. I could have bought a lot more that was also broken on the front, but I have tried to repair them with some kind of a glue, some transparent paint, and it's not working completely. This is damaged, but they're still producing power, no problem. So. But I'm gonna put this one back up again, and this wire is not that good anymore, so I'm gonna fix that too. Okay, this is at a fairly bad spot, but I think I might be able to fix this without taking down 3 solar panels. Here is the connecting box for the solar panels. And in here is the backside of the solar panels, and the one that is missing has to be connected down there. So I have to connect the wire in these 2 leads and connect them down there. I think that's doable. Take off the box here, if I can remember how it's. There we go. had these solar panels for 3 years now, so it's the first time that I really have to do anything with them, to fix them again. And yeah, it's a bit messed up in here. I'll disconnect the wire if I can remember how. Okay, here we are. These solar panels are like 60 volts, so the current coming down is not that great. So what I've used is ordinary 220 volts cable. It's a bit better quality than the normal stuff, but fairly cheap. It seems that this connector has broken off. It was supposed to be on the solar panel down there, but luckily there is 2 connectors, so I'm just gonna use the other one. I'm gonna measure through the wires to check if there's still a good connection, because no reason to put up a bad wire. So I've been down in the basement getting my multimeter, the very fast Fluke. So I'm gonna measure the 2 wires that I actually use. The blue one, pretty good, and this brownish. So the wire is still good, no problem. Cool. So I'm still gonna use this wire. I'll have to take this off, and it's off. So it's just hooking it back. I'm gonna hook this end to the panel up under the roof, and I'm gonna slide this one down towards the solar panel and connect it down there. Okay, I have had my multimeter up here and I've measured the connections, and right now the connections are good. And this is really one of the places where it would be okay to have a cheap multimeter, because it's not very nice to be standing on a ladder among the branches, fighting with the branches to measure here. Here we have the Fluke, and I'm gonna measure the voltage. This is the cable that I'm gonna put through to the solar panel that has fallen down. But I'm able to measure the other solar panels and what the inverter is doing. It's changing because of the inverters. The grid tie inverter is pulling it down, so the voltage is changing all the time. When I put on another panel, this should be less. I'm gonna be sliding this cable down the metal roof, so I'm just gonna insulate it with a piece of tape. Some of the cheap gaffer tape should be sufficient. So something like this. Something like that. Cool. So now I've moved the ladder over on the back side. Now it's just a matter of loosening those 2 screws and putting down the solar panel and connecting it to that wire. this screw is okay now. So now I just have to bring the other solar panel up here and put it where the camera is. Okay, the panel is up on the roof and I'm ready to connect it, but I forgot what is plus and minus, so I brought the multimeter as well. And the cable is here. So I'll have to bring the cable in through this connection. Okay, it's coming loose the wrong way here. Let's see if I can do that. Oh yeah, it's doable. And I'll take off the tape. Okay, well, it was really not meant to be on that good. Okay, so plus is brown. So I got this one on, and I need this one on. Putting one lead through at a time so they don't short circuit too often. There we are. I short circuited them just before and they gave a little spark. Not that good. Okay, I got it on now. It's a bit difficult to, there's not a lot of flume here, but I'm trying. Okay, got a bit further here, and I'll put this one on. So, just to be sure, I'm gonna measure the voltage again. And the solar panel being upside down, there should be no voltage from the solar power itself. Yeah, I'm measuring 43 watts. And let's see if the solar panel is producing anything. Oh, it's actually producing 10 volts upside down. Weird. Gonna connect the this to plus. Plus. And this ground wire is here just because I haven't cut it off. It's not necessary. Necessarily. I have a plier here. These can be difficult to get in. There we are. And now I should be able to measure 40 something volts. Yeah, 42 volts. So now I just need to put on the cover and put the solar panel back on its place and screw it better down this time. Here is the cover. Let's see if this goes this way. There we are. And then we have to bring down the camera because there's no room for it. While I was here, I noticed that this little panel is laying on top of one of the bigger panels. It's not supposed to be there, so I'll have to move that as well. And now it's raining, so let's go inside. So inside my garage, a shed, what do you call it? I have actually four. That's also a grid tie inverter down there. But I have three 1200 watts grid tie inverters on the wall. And they're the brand Power Jack. It's right there. And even though I only have 1000 watts of solar, I have found that if I only have one of these, it will die. And why do I have three then? Well, actually it's because these grid tie inverters, they're only able to handle it's upside down, but you can probably see it, from 28 volts to 55 volts. And the solar panels, they're doing 60 volts when they're not on a load of any kind. So I have two grid tie inverters that are able to do that voltage, and I have one up here. And this one is able to do 50 to 100 volts. And this is absolutely overkill, but it works. I started out with having just one of these, 50 to 100 volts, but it was not able to perform, and it died. Then I bought one of these, and it worked okay, except when the voltage was over 55 volts. The grid tie inverter did not use the voltage for anything. It was not able to use it. Then I had to put on a load to get the voltage down to under 55 volts, and it was actually a big load that I had to put on to make that happen. So instead I had this one, a new one to load it, and yeah, and I read on the actually I saw a YouTube video, I think, where they told you that you had to have grid ties inverters that was twice as big as the power you were using them for, because otherwise they would burn off. They would destroy themselves after some given time. So normally these are only doing 500 watts each. So this setup has been working for over a year now. So it's pretty good. I think I have to go through the connections up at the solar panels. I have these connection boxes where all the solar panels are tied together, and the one I had open, I found that some of the connections had come loose, so I'll probably have to go up there and look at them again. And yeah, grid tie inverters, they're attached to the house right now. They're all put up into this plug and goes into the house. So that's my solar setup, and the little solar panel, it's running on this one. It's only a 50 watt panel, but I have a 300 watt inverter for it, so it's not doing much right now. It's not even charging, but there is power on it. I can see that. 14 volts to 28 volts. Hope you enjoy my little solar video and me telling you about how my solar is set up and repairing this winter's storm damage, which was luckily not that serious because nothing was really broken. There was that connection, but that was fixable. It could have been a lot worse. Had the panel fallen down to the ground, it would probably have broken. But I fixed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and give me a comment. Do subscribe to my channel, and you'll see me again. Bye bye.